Boy, wasn't he a ugly, goofy looking mother lover, boy. Mm-mm. What's up, Richard? What up, Rampart? What up, Cody? What up, Flirt? What is going on, folks, man? So I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty about this because I still got to finish getting my stuff together for Arizona. But I did not want to leave some folks in the dark that didn't get to catch the live, or some that did catch it and didn't fully understand what all went down. But bro, this nigga was nasty. Then a motherfucker, this nigga literally had videos of him. Damn, I already start. Let me stop talking. I got to get myself to the 3-minute mark, bro, because I get it going. Just give me some time. Matter of fact, let's watch a couple little goofy videos while I let this time go up. How about that there?
Biden, thank you for being here. You have built the coronavirus.
Well, I'm very happy for that. It is not a problem. Well, look, 210 million, Ronald Reagan was shot.
Six.
Shall prosper, yeah.
All right, yeah. So we about to be at the 3-minute mark now, bro. So let's get to talk about this damn Fred. You said, did you miss the Tammy song? No, Tammy not here. You didn't miss the Tammy song because Tammy is not here. Biden versus Trump is great too. Yeah, that was a good one. Y'all want to hear that real quick before I start talking
About all these things you're gonna do.
You know who I am.
Who?
Joe Biden.
What's that all about? You're the big man, I think.
Come on. You know who I am.
Who?
Joe Biden. I beat all those other people because I disagreed with them. There's a reason why he's bringing up all this malarkey. Is talking about me taking money. I have not taken a single penny from any country. I have not taken a penny.
Number one, I don't make money from China. You do. I don't make money from Ukraine. You do. I don't make money from Russia. You do. You were getting a lot of money from Russia.
Not true.
He said the biggest problem we have is North Korea. We have a very good relationship and there's no war.
We had a good relationship with Hitler before he in fact invaded the rest of Europe. Come on. You know who I am.
Who?
Joe Biden.
What's that all about? You're the big man, I think.
Oh man, y'all got me laughing at this shit already, man. Oh, Angel said you need to do stand up for real. I can't do stand up, man. See, y'all gotta understand, stand up comedy is totally different from just being goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm just a goofy mother lover that don't care what other people would say about me being goofy. You know what I'm saying? But me being goofy, I do it to just try to make people laugh and make people have a better day. And I guess I've done it because I done got messages from some people. Sometimes they literally was like, man, I was having a bad day today, man. Then I ended up catching one of your lives, or I watched one of your lives back, and you fucking made my day better by being so fucking crazy, bro. You had me laughing like my ribs was hurting. Like that's what I do sometimes for people, and that's the only way I think I'm funny. I can't get on the stage and just tell jokes like how these other, real comedians do it. That shit's hard, bro. I'll be up there. I was telling my brother the other day, I said, shit, the only way I'll be able to telling jokes on the stage is just getting them there staring at people. That's the only way I'll just be looking. And I'm about sure somebody gonna laugh just by me staring. Like, what the fuck? Who's gonna pick this nigga and get up here and tell jokes? Get this nigga out of here if I throw a tomato. Hey, that's a true statement, Richard. If you can't laugh about yourself, don't laugh about somebody else. Yeah. Because I don't like those people they can laugh at all the jokes about everybody else, but then when it gets to them, now they want to be butthurt like, man, no, don't talk about me, my nigga. I'll shoot you. I'll kill you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, you gonna kill me, my nigga? Over a joke? Why did the cat say featuring Jitty? Maybe I missed the reason. Where did the cat say anything about featuring Jitty? I'm trying to, I didn't put that in my title. Yeah, you usually always is drunk a little bit random part. Yeah, so what are you talking about, Kamala? Talking about that the cat say featuring Jitty on Locals? What? Oh, so somebody was like, so was somebody resharing it? Like, I'm confused. I don't know. I didn't know nobody was streaming the damn live on something else. And it was my live on Local, so somebody was. I don't know, bro. But anyways, this catch did come from Gideon, actually. Anyways, yeah, so Gideon hit me up yesterday and asked if I can do the catch for him and shit like that. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you can call it a collab, but he wasn't here, you know, but it was his catch or his pred, and he asked if I can catch the motherfucker for him, and I went and got him. Welcome, Donald. You're not that late. I only been going for 7 minutes. I'm just now really getting into it. You might have missed a couple funny, weird videos about me, but I will show those again before I get up out of here. Yeah, I already did the catch, Kimberly. The catch was about 2 hours ago now. Excuse me. Yeah, so yeah, anyways, the recap about this predator that I did catch today for Gideon. Basically, this dude was there to meet a little boy. It was a 13-year-old boy he was there to meet. And he kept trying to say that the boy was 15 or some shit like that. I don't know. Either way it goes, it's still illegal. You know, and then he had CP on his laptop, which he was able to access from his cell phone because it was through Telegram. And he was basically just sitting there giving me all the information, you know, about the Telegram, the CP videos. And the most disturbing thing to me about this dude was him sitting there talking about how he messed around with his 10-year-old cousin. Said he was taking his cousin to school some days and he pulled over into an alley. And the boy, he would have his cousin give him oral because he said the cousin wanted to see what it was like. You said he looked like an inbred Cuba Gooding Jr.? I'm sleeping. Hey, low key he did, especially from that picture that who posted that picture in the Discord, bro? Was that Flirt? That shit was crazy as fuck. Flirt, I'm gonna need you to do that to every predator that I catch live. If you catch it, I need you to post every one of those pictures just like that. But if you could, now you can post it in the main chat, but also post it in upcoming catch. Post it in that server also. Oh, you didn't hear that part about his cousin, Kimberly? Yeah, I mean, I talked a lot to him. Most of the conversation was about his cousin because that was a real disturbing thing. Because that's involving somebody real, a real child for one, and then very young. And she said, what number catch is it? You said you watched the catch. I'm talking about that one. Thank you, Donald, man. Yeah, I was hoping that I did pretty good on it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I do catches for other people. I be wanting to I be wanting to make sure, like, you know, I get the arrest done. I don't want, especially a sick one like this, because at first it almost seems as if the cops was going to be tripping because I wasn't the one that was actually doing the communicating with him. But by me getting him to confess a lot of stuff there in person, now that right there helped out a lot. Did he defend saying his second cousin? Nah, well, he said that it was a cousin that wasn't blood related. That's what he had said. Angel, you a goddamn fool, bruh. How the hell you think I'm finna have an update about the big girl suing Lyft? He said that's one of the favorite lies you did. Hey, look. The only thing I know that's updated about her is allegedly she lost that lawsuit. But we right now talking about a predator from today. Appreciate that, Kamala. Yeah, he was a super weirdo, bro. You know, and he was kind of almost coming off as like he may have some mental issues, but that definitely wasn't the case. If he's working at, I'm assuming some kind of school, because he did say that he was that he works around kids. That's what he said, that he works around kids. And I didn't get into the specifics of like what kind of working around kids that he actually did. To admit a pretty good amount of stuff that people that don't know what he's about will know now. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure like that cousin or whoever it was, that parent's gonna come out and be like, whoa, what the fuck? When did he do this to you? And then he was sitting there talking about how a lot of them played games, like sexual games. He said they played sexual games and that they learned how to play the games from watching R-rated movies. So this dude was possibly like an abuser as a teenager also. I'm thinking he was probably one of the ones, because there was a message that in there, he said he messed around with somebody that was like 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying, and his family. And I'm gonna assume that possibly he was one of the ones that was probably 12, 13, 14, maybe even 15, and they had him babysitting, you know, the kids and shit, because he was the oldest. He can babysit the kids, and who knows what this motherfucker was doing, bro. Just based off the shit we just found out today about him, just imagine what this nigga was doing. See, that's why, see, now y'all, see, when I usually don't go straight live when I get done with catches, because I like to just, you know, get my mind, you know, fresh and cleaned out a little bit. But this is like fresh after that, to where like now I'm putting y'all into what I usually do right after catches, which is try to wind down and get myself together, because I be so fucking mad and sad at the same time for these motherfuckers. Not them, but they real victims that they done had, that didn't speak up, you know, thought that it was okay. You know, this is uncle, nephew, brother, whoever the fuck he was to them, or cousin. And you up there doing that shit, bro, to them. You know, usually I'll just be to myself or with the squad, you know, sitting back, you know, smoking and shit like that, and then just winding down, just releasing all the build-up stress that I had while I'm sitting there dealing with the creep. But not right now, I'm doing this shit live. You know, and like I'm really getting hella frustrated, not frustrated, but upset, bro. Just thinking about how nasty this nigga was. Because you work around kids. Kids is supposed to trust motherfuckers like this. Just imagine now, he had messages to where he said, oh, yeah, I don't mess with them. They, even though they look real cute to me, and I wish I could, but I don't. So he think that I'm supposed to believe that he made up the story about him and his cousin, but you didn't make up no stories about you and the kids that you work with. You can sit there and say that you wish you could, but you know it's off. you can't do that because you feel that some of those random kids will report your ass. That's why it's off limits to you. But your cousin, you allegedly made that shit up, bro. Nigga, knock that shit off. Do I get nervous pre-catch? Yeah, man. I'm always nervous, dude, before a catch. My palms be sweaty. The spaghetti on my sweater. But no, man, I do be nervous before every catch, bro. Just because I was nervous on this one beforehand. You know, that's why usually sometimes I smoke a little bit before the catch. I try not to smoke that much because I want to make sure I can actually have a cold conversation without, you know, forgetting where I'm at when I'm talking to these motherfuckers because it doesn't happen before. So I like to just be, you know, a little bit calm. And then too, so I don't have to backhand one of these motherfuckers. But yeah, man, this dude today was a very sick one. I'm glad Long Beach PD chose to arrest him. You should get a Chucky wig for the next catch. Bro, get the fuck out of here. I already got one of those. I already got a Chucky wig. But I just wear this one. Barbara says, sponsored by Cash App. Speaking of Cash App, brother, he's going on out of town this time. If anybody want to donate just a couple of dollars, so brother, no, I'm just playing. But back to this shit, dude, about this food from today. Yeah, let me get off of that, dude. Let me dig into the chat. Donald said he was telling his kids about the olden days when kids could stay out by themselves until the street lights came on. Man, yeah, or don't go to the ice cream truck by yourself. Because the ice cream truck, you know, them motherfuckers was some pedophiles themselves. They were some straight Freddy Kruegers. Stay slay audits. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that, Richard. Appreciate the $4.99. Enjoy the trip to Arizona. Man, it's about to be hot than a motherfucker out there, too. Let me see what it's going to be like. Because I'm supposed to be leaving tonight. Oh, I didn't even know they posted the motherfucker yet. Man. Wow. So, hold on, man. The podcast done allegedly dropped the goddamn video. Hold on, bruh. Oh, man. I heard that it was good, too. Let me see if I can find it. What the fuck is this? Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta. What the fuck? And it's on YouTube. So, but where? Bruh. Oh my days. Jesus. The fuck? I don't see it. Oh shit! They got me. Hold on. What fucking?
Now that I'm single and putting myself
Hold
out
on,
there, I
y'all.
Give
Give me
that
a
the dating
second.
apps are not doing me any justice.
Trying to get this
I've
real
tried
quick.
Bumble, I've tried
What's your hobby?
Okay, hold on. The Truth Hurts show. Oh, that's where it's at. All right. I found it. God damn. What's up, Ella? I found the podcast, bro. They done dropped the episode. Shit, I guess now we're just trying to pull the motherfucker up here. This is about to be my first time watching it too. I just found out. Damn. What's up, Joe? What up, Audrey? Did I miss anybody that came in? Did miss? I see Tara. I didn't say nothing to Tara. Now, man. So was I done talking? Yeah, I think I'm done talking about that Predator, bro. I guess we can watch this. Let's check this shit out together. And I will put myself on mute. And I will be back after this episode. I may pause that motherfucker at one point and then just talk about some shit. Richard, yeah, I did. You didn't. I said so. I responded to that, Rich. I had said thanks for the $4.99 to enjoy the trip to Arizona. See, you wasn't listening to me, brother. You wasn't listening. What are you, fucking deaf? Remember that clip? Yeah. Yes, I'm fucking deaf. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's check this out together. Oh, hold up.
What's your hobby?
My hobby. There, I should have put that shit on over there on the TV so you could have watched it too. Yeah, I watched the show. Yeah, I'm trying to. I gotta use this shit to fucking. Oh, hold on, y'all. God damn it. Oh, matter of fact, plug this in over there real quick. I can do it. Yeah, I'll do it from here. Then I'm gonna have you bring that motherfucker back to me though. All right. You might have to cut the laptop back on. Oh wait, no, it's there. Oh, wait, got that. Let me see. I'm the one live.
I was about to get mine today, man. I got that a little late. They stopped doing it at 11, so I got to go back on Thursday, 9 to 11.
Yeah, you better get there at 9. Yeah.
I'm trying to get my shit, bro. I need that laptop. Cause I was trying to have it today, nigga, for the late game. I'm trying to watch that shit on my phone. I mean, I can. Oh.
he said, man, Wolf zoned out. I'm on that Gary. Y'all try to say I'm on that Gary? He is catching creeps.
So you're the hunter.
Yeah, I'm one of the hunters. And so far, I done hunted down 300 of them.
300?
300. Just got 300 last night.
Dumb question is, out of the 300 people you've caught, how many dick pics have you had to watch? Just curious.
What's your take on the Epstein Island?
Ooh,
He went there.
yeah, my take on that is
Big Bad Wolf, appreciate you making it out, brother. I know it's taken us a while to make it happen, but we finally did.
finally got it, man.
Lacan, good to see you, brother.
I did not expect what I walked in on. I mean, like I walked in, I'm like, we have this thing. He sends out the bio of the person, like what it's about. I don't pay attention to it. I just look at the name and like what the topic's going to be, and I assume.
And then he saw your email, which probably confused it.
I didn't even look at the email. Did you send an email?
I sent the calendar invite.
Oh yeah, I got the calendar invite.
But I had his
and then I
email.
walk in, I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on here? What's up with his hair? Like, what's
Did he forget to
happening
call
here?
me?
I'm like, all right, what's going on? How
I
are
think-
you?
I'm doing okay, man. It's a good day today.
Good. Can you tell us a lot about you?
I can tell you a whole lot about me.
Okay.
Well,
Where you grow up? Like,
yeah,
what
well,
got you to be?
I've grown up in Long Beach, California.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You're
originally from Mississippi and been in Long Beach about over 30 years of my life. Went to high school out there also. And now I have 3 kids that I definitely care about and take care of, and which led me to what I'm doing today.
So
what?
So there's
There
a big
had to be-
elephant in the room.
There had to be a turning point that wanted you to go catch creeps.
Well,
Like,
hold on. What does he do for a living?
Well, I do quite a few things.
Okay.
Outside of my I guess,
Hobby.
I'm a security guard.
Gotcha.
So I take care of people all kinds of ways, I guess you could say.
And what's your hobby?
My hobby is catching creeps.
And what are those creeps?
Those creeps are the ones that I think a lot of parents need to keep their eyes on
Gotcha.
because a lot of the times it's the ones that we least expect.
And these creeps, I think in prison they call the chomos.
Big time.
The
they're not
chomo.
liked very much, as we heard on a
Nobody
previous
likes
episode.
the
Nobody.
chomos.
Well, no, I'm saying in that arena,
Yeah.
saying in
Well,
jail, prison.
Because we had someone on a couple of days ago and he was talking about what happens in prison
Yeah.
with the chomos. And I was like, what the hell is a chomo? And then we're like, oh, that's what a chomo means. Got
Yeah.
it. So
And
you're the hunter.
yeah, I'm one of the hunters. And as of so far, I done hunted down 300 of them.
300?
300. Just got 300 last night.
Well, good work, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
I
So
got
how'd you get started in it? Brian's original
Well,
question.
well, my second dumb question is, out of the 300 people you've caught, how many dick pics have you had to watch? Just curious.
He's
Man.
interested in dicks. I'm interested in figuring out how you
Hey,
got
bro.
started.
I guess he like dicks better. I guess.
I mean, he's the dick hunter. You're the chomo hunter.
right.
Hey, bro, I did get you a male porn star.
You did. And he tells us we got a porn star on the show. I'm super excited.
Well, I'm not
Ends
the
up being a
porn
dude. Ends up being a dude. Yeah.
But to answer your question about how many, I would say
A lot.
tons. Tons of no fun.
Tons of dicks. Got it.
Yeah.
So how'd you
but
get started in your
I got started basically just
how many years ago?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Today, 2 years ago, and
So, damn, that's 150 a year. That
exactly.
You're busy.
You're a busy man.
And it's a sad situation. Like it shouldn't be like that. You
No,
know?
and it shouldn't be that easy.
Exactly. But you were
And you're one of many.
yeah, it's tons of us. But the way I got started was actually seeing another person that actually was doing it already. And I was like, wow, we can actually run around as regular people and just, catch chomos and stuff.
And what do? Do you expose them? Do you get them arrested? What's your
My main thing I do is get them arrested. If the arrest doesn't happen, then exposure is the next best key.
yeah. So you build a whole case for, and like I'm sure you spoke to law enforcement, like these are the things we need to make sure we have. And,
Exactly.
okay, well, we don't want to reveal what those things are because we want to catch your ass.
Yeah, but when I first started, they did let me know about like, oh, well, there's certain points that you have to hit for us to be able to make an arrest.
Prosecute.
Exactly.
And then are you like protected yourself as well? Because you never know if they come armed or
Well, yeah, I actually have a team now.
Okay,
so I
good.
have a team. I have 3 security guys that come with me, myself, and then other times it's a female decoy that's actually interacting with the creep.
You know what we learned last week from the show?
What?
That most of the chomos go after boys, not girls.
From 0 to 12.
Yeah.
That's what he said a majority were.
Well,
What are you seeing on the streets?
I've seen from my numbers, the majority is going for young females.
So what can parents do to protect themselves?
What can they do?
Yeah.
Like I tell all parents, just be hella nosy in your kid's life. Get in their damn phone because that's where everything is at.
But what about the years before the phone?
The years before the phone, just still be nosy. You know, don't just let the kids go outside and play. Don't just send them to coaches' houses because you want your little free time.
What age range is the most dangerous that you're seeing?
13 through 15.
So 13 to 15, you should be hyper involved in your kids.
Oh, yeah.
But you should be planting the seeds before.
It's way before.
What are you telling your kids?
What I tell my kids is if anybody tries to offer you anything, you know, like for their little personal gain, like, oh, I buy you V-Bucks for instance, because a lot of kids play Fortnite.
Oh.
And V-Bucks is what, you know, a lot of kids ask their parents
It's kind of
for.
like Roblox or whatever.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But that's what a lot of these, you know, creeps like to do. They like to bribe kids. You know, like
does some of that stuff actually happen inside of the game?
Oh yeah.
What
I mean,
stuff
I've
in the
never
game?
Like, so there's there's Roblox, which is a kid's game, very addictive, but there's like separate chats and live chats.
Yeah.
And I've seen some guys talk about it, but I didn't really want to dive too deep into it.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially that's, instead of going to like a grinder or something else, they're recruiting inside
What's
of a kid.
Grindr, Ryan?
well, he asked for the dick pics. I'm pretty
What is Grindr, Ryan?
Fucking inside of the fucking kids.
No, I'm curious now. It's what is it like for salt shakers? Like
Yep,
the grinders?
exactly.
Gotcha.
Pepper grinder.
Got pepper grinder. Got
This
it.
motherfucker.
Okay.
Can't
Because they
take
got
it.
the salt grinders, they got the pepper grinders.
Hey, bro, you're on the time
And
limit.
I'm
We don't got
talking-
time for this.
And I'm talking like Newsom does. You know how he like talks
And
like
you got to dance
this?
too, as fires are burning behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
go ahead.
grinder. You were talking about dicks. Okay.
No, I was talking about how these fuckers
grinding
go into
mix.
this,
Yeah, the chats.
the kids' games, chats, and just, you know, kind of like Xbox Live for the people that don't really play video games now.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. You've 300 people you've caught. What's the profile that you see? Like, can you spot them out on the wild now?
Yeah, I mean, well,
Can you describe the?
it kind of makes you shouldn't do that. It makes you profile people,
Yeah.
you know. But like I said,
See? But-
you have to expect the unexpected. Because I done caught guys to where they look like him. You know what
Like
I'm
this
saying?
guy.
Yeah, like
Grinder guy. Gotcha. So grinder, dick pics, and now we got to watch out.
yeah, because it's like
So you're just saying you can't tell.
you can't tell. You can't tell, and you know you get the people in the comments like, "Oh, usual suspect," and I'm just like,
I mean, after the fact, obviously.
yeah, you know, and them are the ones that think like, "Oh
The
yeah,
Monday night quarterbacks.
yeah, these are what chomos look like."
Mhm.
What about the dudes that get caught like multiple times?
Ooh, those need
You know what it
other
sounds
treatments.
like? It sounds
Well, no,
like
but like
Ryan's
meaning like
Roses.
someone
You know how
like
people
you,
keep getting caught on Ryan's
like
Roses.
you're
Like cheating.
those other guys that like keep running into the same dude. It's like, well, dude, stop beating them up and send them to the police.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes even just sending them to the police don't even work because one of the guys I sent to the police twice, I call him a third time.
Are these in affluent neighborhoods, normal neighborhoods, lower income naiborhoods?
We're all over.
Where are you
the
seeing
place.
most?
All over. I done been in rich
It's like
neighborhoods.
landmines
I
everywhere.
done been in the ghetto. I done been everywhere. I've been in other states also. You know, it's everywhere.
Damn.
What's the need for security now?
Say that again. What do I use?
No, why do you need a security team?
Oh,
Has it
well,
gotten
just-
that
well-
out of hand lately?
Well, it's more because I'm the one that's going to be talking, and sometimes I'm the one that's holding my camera.
Oh, and you're not really paying attention to what's coming up.
And so I have my team, and they know already. Like if this guy start getting like real crazy, you
They
know, just
come.
step up. And my team is good because there's been a couple of sequences where somebody was all like, "Man, you better get on my," and then my team, boom, bro, what you doing? So
I've seen those ones where like similar to you, they catch someone and then they're, calling them out in person. Then a random stranger comes up and just knocks the dude out cold.
yeah, but
What the hell happens in that scenario?
in that scenario, good luck. I had a situation like that before, but the police wasn't gonna come, and I was chasing this dude around literally for like damn near 10 minutes.
Dude, I've seen you sprint.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the ones I was chasing this dude around, and I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm tired of running. And it was the community that was, like, hey man, we like what you're doing. And they saw that I was leaving. I turned around where the Choma was, and
They got him.
yeah, it was like a pack of hyenas.
Goddamn.
Damn.
Yeah.
I see you got your running shoes on.
Just
Yeah.
in
You
case.
got anything going on this afternoon?
I was chatting before I came in here. I was chatting with a couple of future Chomos, because they already pretty much know the age of the person that they're chatting
Oh,
to.
damn.
Yeah.
So no, I don't want to ruin it for people.
No, I mean, ask what you want.
Well, no, I was going to say, how do you find them?
Anywhere that basically we never reach out. We just have decoy accounts on all social media accounts.
Gotcha.
Whatever accounts it is. And they hit up the profiles and we just conversate from there. Once we feel like they want to try to like get sexual or something like that, and then we start like, oh, well, I just want to let you know, man, I'm such and such age. I don't want you mad.
So
at
they're
me.
instigating from the street. Like you guys aren't baiting it. They're just finding these profiles and going for it.
Exactly. That looks like young boys or girls.
What's the police budget to do what you guys do? Are they doing that too?
Well, with how many we catching, I would say that they're not. It's been some jurisdictions that I've been to where they say they don't have a task force that actually is handling this kind of stuff. They have a ICAC, which is like Internet Crimes Against Children.
Mm-hmm.
They have that, but they can only do so much themselves. Because there wouldn't be teams like me catching 300, other teams catching over 500.
Do you feel like you're making a dent with the 300 that you've caught, or is like it's just hopeless?
It's hopeless. Because when I first started, I said to myself, when I get to 100, hopefully a lot of Chomos will be like, oh man, you know what? They got people online doing this.
Yeah.
We can't do this no more. And now I'm at fucking 300. And
So I think the best advice you probably can give is like the defense. Like make sure the parents are like a little bit more aware. What signs should they watch out for that their kid may be falling into a trap?
just being more secretive with their phones. And if you can't follow them on social media, then, or even if they're allowing you to follow them on social media, if they're not posting enough on there, that means they have burner accounts, which is what a lot of kids have.
I'm tapping that motherfucker's phone.
Yeah. And this is
I have a
another
burner
thing.
phone too.
Yeah, but that's another thing that I like to put out there because, obviously the Chomos shouldn't be trying to harm kids, but you got kids also that are out there willingly trying to mess with older guys, and
Oh shit.
but they not realizing the after effect later in life for themselves. So that's why us parents need to just be on our kids more. Get in the phone. Don't be scared to ask for their password. You're not invading their privacy. Shit, they still living with you.
Mm-hmm.
You paying for everything. Who paying their phone bill?
Yeah, the Chomo.
Just remember
No,
that.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, it could turn into that.
Yeah.
Because I done had a couple of them that sat there and told me they wanted to buy me a phone. They'll pay the bill. Like, no, your grandma and mama won't be able to see what we talking about.
So you see kids coming in with like new clothes, new toys, new gifts. Those are like big red
Yep,
flags.
or if they stop asking you for what they always been asking, which is like virtual money for their video games,
Mhm.
or to buy them certain colognes or
They
perfumes.
don't grow out of it. Someone's feeding the habit.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Just pay attention to your kids. You've been raising them, so you should know how your kids are.
And listen to the intuition of like something's off.
Exactly. And two, if they are telling you about somebody that's doing something to them, you have to listen and take it serious.
Mhm.
Because when some parents be like, oh, just get out of my face, it's probably nothing. Your kids ain't gonna tell you nothing else.
People see the highlights of you catching these people and calling them out, and how much back work and after work goes into a catch.
He goes
Ooh-wee.
back work again.
Yeah.
See this guy?
Backside, huh?
It's back work,
This fucking-
grinder. I mean, damn, dude.
But it's very time consuming. Like there's been times where I spent 6 months, 8 months before I would catch somebody. And yes,
As you're working on others.
as I'm working on others, there's been times I've been chatting with 10 predators at a time. 10.
How the fuck you supposed to do anything else?
Exactly. That's what my team, they tell me like, dude, your work ethic, just how you multitask is fucking amazing. I don't even know how I do it.
think we need to get you some VAs and train them how to do
No,
the chat.
they're gonna mess it up. It's gonna be like in India, you know.
Yeah,
Hello,
I know,
sir.
right?
You have qualified to be this child.
I mean, I have been looking to try to bring more onto my team, you know, to try to
What are you
help.
looking for? What kind of people?
I'm looking for people that can decoy chat wise, so I don't have to do all the chatting and see all the dick pics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of that kind. I'm tired of that stuff.
If people want to volunteer, how can they reach you to volunteer?
I would say the best way is to email me, which is blackbiden83@gmail.com. And that's the best and quickest way for me to respond.
Okay, Black Biden 83. So you were born in 1983 is what I'm assuming. You're obviously black. And then the Biden part?
The Biden part, it came because I used to do content on TikTok making fun of him.
Ah, okay.
And since I'm black, you know,
And you're born in 83, I'm assuming?
yeah.
Okay.
And I was just making fun of Biden. It didn't mean that I was a fan of him. Like, yeah, he's doing good. Yeah, it wasn't nothing like that.
Gotcha.
It was like, dude, how you can't even walk upstairs?
So you've done a lot of research, obviously, in what you're going after and all the people you're going after. What's your take on the Epstein Island?
Ooh,
Ooh,
we-
he went there.
yeah. My take on that is,
And he
are we
goes
ever
to-
going to find out the truth? That's the only take I really have.
But all
about
the
it.
names that you've heard, do you think, based on your idea of like what these predators are, do you feel like they may have done stuff, they may not have? I mean, you've got a lot of experience into the mind of the predator.
Yeah, some of the names that they put out there, it's like, yeah, I had like suspicion about that
Who?
person. I'm not-
Hypothetically speaking,
shit, I'll say Chris Tucker was one. I mean, just saying, I saw his name was on there.
what makes you think that?
Well, just by some of the ways that he was acting in some of the movies, going all the way back to like The Fifth Element, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And you have caught 300.
yeah, exactly. And you just see traits, you know, and something like the predators that I'm catching now. And it's like, oh, you saw that in other folks before. And like the Chris Tucker.
What's the trait that you're seeing?
Just how they put on certain personas and how they're certain ways, but they're really another way.
Like what?
I'm-
What are they saying they are? Or what? I don't want to. If
Yeah,
you feel like it's given
trying to
away.
make sure, like they want to be act like they're straight, but they really gay.
So you're seeing most.
Yeah, or they got
So
like,
they're in a relationship, they're married or whatever, and
But they
then-
want to go the other way.
yeah,
But they
got,
want to
like,
have that image of being this way.
exactly like low key Diddy type stuff.
Mhm.
You know, because can we talk about that? I mean, I'm just
I mean, we're talking about it now.
well,
There's no going backwards.
because like look at how he was, and a lot of people were. I thought I knew it for the longest, you know, and but other people didn't think that about him, you know, until like certain videos came out, and now other evidence is coming out. And it's just like, wow.
Mhm.
A lot of other people are getting
Do you think it's
implicated.
more of a power play? Because I think from what I remember seeing some of the documentaries about the Diddy situation, that it was more of like just the humiliating people for whatever reason. I guess he got off on that.
Yeah, dad and dad too. They know a lot of people would do whatever for money and fame, you know, and
And
that's
see how far you can push someone's morals.
exactly. And I think that's a fucked up situation.
Hmm.
You know, I think it's even fucked up for people to even just allow it to happen. You know, because it's been so many years, and now you know everybody want to talk about it. You know, it should have been said something.
They kept their mouth shut for a long time.
Unless they felt like they would have got the Wendy Williams treatment or something.
What was that treatment?
The Wendy Williams treatment.
Yeah.
I mean, where you see where she at now, you know, but
She fainted. That's the last thing I remember. She-
exactly. you
That's
know?
that's the point.
So what happened?
She was here, then she went bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, she was pushing this stuff about Diddy before, and
Mhm.
you know, and she was saying like, "Hey, I want to continue being able to do what I do. I don't want them to come
Yeah, he doesn't want to get
showing
fucked.
up
I
to my
got you.
catches and you know."
All right, so how does it go when you get to court?
now the court situations.
Do you
is-
wear the wig
Oh yeah, definitely. And the reason why I love to wear the wig is because
in court?
in court, because I know the predator is gonna, or the chomo is gonna be there, and I know
It's gonna
they've
be like,
been
how did I get fucking busted by?
exactly, and I know they've been dreaming about this hair ever since they've been caught.
So it's their nightmare.
Yeah,
scenario.
so just in case you might have forgot a little bit now, because it's been about
Motherfucker, it's right here.
exactly. Remember this? And then I love court because when you get on the stand, you read the text messages back.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wait, do these dudes like All right, they got busted. Not to cut you off, sorry. They then attempt to fight it.
And I love it. I love when they try to fight it because I get to embarrass their ass even more.
Do you play the GoPro video too?
Well, they never play the videos.
Okay.
They only sit there and try to, they attorneys or whatever try to sit there and question me and figure out why I was doing it, if I entrapped them or something, right? Or if I'm doing it for money. And I'm like, well, as you look at the text message here, I told him or her, because I don't call females also. I said, well, I know I'm 14. If you don't want to talk no more, I understand. Your client responded back that it's okay. Let's just keep it a secret. Can I still fuck though?
What percentage are women to men out of the 300?
Well, I only caught 3 women so far, but you know, it's a lot of women.
And they wanted
a little girl, a little girl. Yeah, one of the females. It was a couple. It was a guy and a female together, and they was actually pretty nasty. The girl, I feel sorry for my decoy because the female had a video on her phone of her having fun with her, like she was giving herself to Mike Tyson.
Gotcha.
And so my decoy was all like, "What? You can do that to yourself?" And she said, "Yeah. You want to see?"
Holy cow.
Yeah. So
She saw it in video or real life?
Video.
All right.
Not real, bro, real life.
Hey, you never know.
That's like going way beyond the Call of Duty.
Yeah. So
Like the job is like, we meet, get your ass busted. We don't need to go there.
and then they literally was a suggestion that they wanted to try that on my decoy. So that was a sick one right there, though. But that guy, he actually had was in some movie sets.
How many convictions have you got out of the 300?
Over 100. I still got to count them out, but I know so far the last time I counted, I was over 100.
So are there still cases pending? Or,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there are still cases pending because some of these guys, like we were just saying, like they try to fight them. But a lot of times when they do fight it, we'll go to court and then they're like, oh, we got to push it to another day. So it's like 3-4 months away. Then you go again, it's 3-4 months away.
Do you find certain cities work faster at expediting this through the process?
Nah. No, they all work the same, and you just hope whatever DA get it, that it's not I call them predator protectors.
What cities have those predator protectors?
LA.
Before, right? Or the new one?
Still.
Still?
I never catch in Los Angeles. That's like the city, like county, you know,
Yeah.
but like LA, the city, or like Hollywood.
They don't really,
Man,
like you catch them, but they don't do anything with
they
it.
don't do nothing. You can literally, like how I have these guys sitting there having an easy conversation with me. So I got them here still. You can come to the scene and arrest him. He's going to admit to you
what he did.
Exactly, because I know the whole thing, how to do it. But they say, oh, we're going to need you to come to the station. Or if they do come to the scene, they would just interview the guy, take down all his information, and then let him go and say, yeah, we'll just, get to it later. But it's been plenty of them.
These are beat officers.
Call them what?
Street beat.
Yeah.
And this is after the new DA got into office?
I haven't done none since then.
Okay, because I remember the old one didn't care about anything.
Yeah, he didn't care.
It was like free for all in LA.
Oh yeah.
But the new one is a little bit more strict.
Yeah, I mean, I've been noticing that they have been picking up some cases faster, but there have been some cases that they just been given DA rejects, and
because it's just not enough evidence, or what?
Yeah, which I don't understand how. Like he literally just acknowledged the age, said what he was coming for. He showed up. What else do you really need from that? So they came with another, I guess you can call it a loophole for them, saying like, oh, like recorded phone calls. If we have those, then that just make the case just go away.
Oh, so you can't have recorded phone calls?
Right, unless they know it's being recorded, because we was kind of doing
that in California. You can only do it under
it's a single party.
Extortion.
Yeah, but I'm pretty hand in hand, I would say, with some pretty good law officials and stuff like that. So we working on something to where we can make a lot of these cases just start to stick where we won't be rejected. So I'm getting a lot more knowledge because a lot of
Can you take it federal if you're having a hard time with the state?
I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. I really don't know how to answer that. I'm just wishing, like, just from the state and city level that they just take this shit serious. But I mean, I understand that they think a lot of us guys that get out. I don't use that vigilante word because I don't consider myself one of them. But that's
some of those guys I feel like are given a bad rap.
Yeah, and that's what I see that they're paying more attention to, because they see that and they consider all of us the same. So they don't want to show to
I don't think he knows what we're talking about, though.
I don't.
well,
I'm
like
just
some
nodding my head.
some guys that have started doing, I call them the new booties.
New booty?
The new booties, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because they see that this is a big thing going on now, predator catching.
Mhm.
And they see like a lot of us get a lot of views. So, but that's all they care about, views.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Not that guy,
The
but
V. What's his name?
no. Not what he got in trouble for what he's about to say in the beginning, and he stopped doing that. There's other guys that are
Oh, okay.
publicizing.
Yeah, like they, beating these dudes up. They, busting tires and car windows and all kinds of stuff. I seen a dude get knocked out with a pumpkin.
With a pumpkin?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that one too.
Yeah,
I
but
know which one you're talking about.
doing stuff like that, the law is going to see that.
Yeah, and they're gonna just
Pretty soon they're going to make it illegal for us to catch these guys. If they continue seeing that kind of behavior
Mhm.
going on, that's why I'm against it, because I take this serious. I want a real change behind this.
You want them off the street.
Yeah, at least stricter laws for them. Even just chatting to a child. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not no teacher or nothing like that. Just chatting to any random child online, you can't do that. What's your need for that? You don't have your own kids, your own nephews, or something like that?
well, they shouldn't do it. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the law, they can say all this nasty stuff online to kids. At least in California, they
Oh
get
yeah, California has definitely made it easier for them.
way easier. I mean, I can go through so much stuff that I done dealt with, but I do want to give a good shout out though to a police department that's been really helpful though. Signal Hill PD.
Oh, that's right next to Long Beach.
Yes, bro,
Really?
they are amazing.
They don't play.
They don't play, and they take this serious. And they never gave us no kind of like, oh well, can you guys start coming to the station, or you guys evidence is not like this. Because they know we real deal. So when we call in now, like they know who we are. And then they come to the scene, they handle what they need to handle, check out the evidence. They know, even though they know it's legit, they got to still do everything.
Yeah.
And they, take them off.
They hook them and book them right there.
Hook them and book them. Hook them and book them, bro. But they are amazing when they come to the scene.
How do we get more police departments to do that?
I think if to get more and more like that, we need not to just try to boost my team up, but more teams need to be like us. Like when the cops show up, get out of the way. Of course, we like the good shots of them getting handcuffed and all that stuff.
But look,
and-
let them do their job.
Exactly. But, and I've seen it from some teams. They want to be all in the way. The cops say, oh, can you give me a little room?
And then they get
Oh, no, don't try to give me directives. And like, I don't need to step back. Where's your tape? Like, bro, you called him to help you out. Why the fuck are you fighting with the cop now?
Yeah.
Just bag up a little bit, bro, and zoom in on your phone.
What do you think the root cause of it is
Of
in the
these-
predators? Like, what ticks in them that makes them want to do this?
I think it's a mixture, because I talk to a lot of my followers about, and they ask me these kind of questions, and I think it's a lot of it is loneliness, and then the other part is just a power trip. They see, like, to them, they think it's a vulnerable kid. It's somebody that they get ruled over, and I get that sense because of the way that they chat. Oh, you're gonna do this. You're gonna have to say this to me. Like the last guy, 299, which is the one that was harassing a real high school girl. And a parent reached out to me to see if I can get him, because they called the cops, which was in one of the cities that the police don't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to get the police involved because their own child was being harassed.
you don't want to blast that city.
No, don't.
Okay.
Well, people moving there,
Yeah.
targeting people there.
Yeah, but and I made sure, I said, well, can you give me some more evidence so I know that this is legit and not somebody you just whose life you trying to ruin because he broke up with you. So she gave me the whole thing and sent me what they had, what the guy gave her daughter. And so I act like I was the daughter, and he showed up to the scene. But the stuff this dude was saying was all like, yeah, you're going to be my fucking dog. And when I get there, you're going to tell me that you're going to be my dog. You're going to be a good dog. I mean, this dude was nasty. There's other stuff he was saying that I'm not even going to bring out. But just telling a child, you're going to be my dog, and I want you to tell me that in person. That's sick shit.
So they deserve what they get in prison.
Hell yeah. You know, I don't want them getting beat up on the streets and nothing like that, because that just gonna put somebody that don't belong in jail in jail.
Mhm.
You know, you got your own kids to be out here for.
Yeah.
That other person's going to get in way more trouble.
Yeah. Let the ones that's already locked up
What
deal
about-
with them.
Yeah.
Shit, they ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
What about making them meet you in a city that's more friendly towards you?
Well, we can do that. And that's kind of what's been going on. You know, like some of these dudes, but you kind of got to let them lead up to wanting to meet you in that area. You can't be like, oh, girl, can you come here?
Yeah.
You know,
Meet
so.
in front of the jailhouse. By that camera.
Man, I done met a couple of predators, bro, in front of the police department. That's how stupid some of these dudes are.
Yeah.
Made in front of the police station. And sat there and talked to them for over an hour in front of the police station waiting on them.
What happens? I've seen you post like a couple dudes have just booked it and ran forever.
Well, he's got all their info. Just post it online.
Yep.
Let
But the ones that run, it's like, bro, why you so guilty? What you running for one? Because I ran track. And so when they run,
Oh, what's your number?
well, my mile time was 4:45.
Oh, fuck that. I'm not even
Jesus. 4:45.
Exactly.
Damn.
Grease lightning.
But see, that's when I was in high school, though. Like my mile time now, I did run a mile. I'll say last month, my mile was like 6, like late 6.
That's
Bro,
still-
I haven't done 6 since I was in high school. Like playing
Oh,
football.
6, motherfucker.
I
I
was
was
in
in middle
football.
school.
I mean, I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, you know, I'm 41, but shit, I'm like, bro, I still want to be like in the 5s at least or something, you know?
Jeez, that's fast, man.
Yeah, but when I see these creeps try to run off, I'm like, well, you just finna give me content for one. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't really want to run, but
Are your shoes already tightened up,
Yeah,
ready to
look
go?
at 'em.
I'm always prepared to
He's-
run because you just
And he's
Locked and loaded.
got the chest rig GoPro, so it doesn't have to worry about shit in his
Yeah.
hands.
exactly, bro. But sometimes I do
What's a
run.
trick for running fast?
Shit, drinking water.
Isn't it like this arm and that leg, and like you have to have like this?
You gotta get the good motions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My son can teach you a little bit more about that now because
Okay.
he actually runs
Because
track.
catching chomos is like
No, the
I'm-
chumos don't run like that. They
no,
run.
they're
They got the
heavy and
little-
slow.
Yeah, they got the
wobbly.
little wiggle run.
Yeah.
You know, like,
The
oh, please
wiggle
don't hurt
run.
me.
The wiggle
But
run.
you have had some fast ones.
Oh, yeah, dude. And the fastest one, you want to know what kind of shoes he had on?
Chonkless.
Asics.
Nah, he had on the
Dress
Adidas
shoes?
slippers.
Adidas slippers.
Yeah,
And he
the
outrated you?
The ones with the bubbles when you know.
Yeah, I
you-
wouldn't tell people he had around you.
Look, I'm very
Did he keep the
transparent.
slippers? Like they stayed on his feet?
They didn't fall off. I did catch up to him though. After I was about to throw up. but dude, we ran for about a mile. I'll give it. We ran for about a mile, and it's a full sprint. And I had this on.
Get camera, full
This
clothes,
camera. I had my hand camera, and then I,
pockets loaded.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm running and holding everything, and I'm trying to, I have a certain speech that I tell them to try to, it
While
works
you're
most of the
running?
time. Yeah, that's why a lot of people like, dude, you fucking running, you talking, and yeah,
That's how you fucking run it out of breath.
But I called him, but when I called up to him, he was trying to jump off of a wall into like down into some other yard. And I'm like, bro, I said, man, it ain't that damn serious. Like, what are you doing, bro? I'm just trying to talk to you. And so he came back and talked to me. And we talked for about a good, like 40 minutes, and then police rolled up. It was good timing because I got everything I needed out of him.
They took him?
Oh, yeah, they took him. DA haven't picked up the case yet, though.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's been about a good, 6 months.
Jeez.
I think we need to get you a meeting with one
Have
of the
you
DAs.
followed up with them like through a different chats to see if they're still doing it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been ones that I called over a year ago that they finally picked it up. And when they called me about it, I was like, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
And they was all like, well, you
Well,
call them.
just imagine what's happened in that time span that they're out.
Exactly.
Yeah, but are you able to like blast? I mean, obviously you put all the pictures up and everything just
Yeah.
to make it harder for them.
Yeah, I definitely always expose them right after I catch them, especially if they get arrested on the scene. Then boom, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna post you online because some of them they will try to sue you like for defamation or something like that if they didn't get arrested. Even though the charges are still there, they just pending. But if they get
You
arrested,
can put a disclaimer like all suspects are innocent until proven guilty.
yeah, well, I always say came and attempted to instead of came to.
Yeah.
You know, right? What you mean I defend? I said you attempted it. I ain't say you did it.
But you tried.
Yeah, exactly. And then for the ones that get arrested that come try to sue, it's like, bro, how did I defame you? You got arrested for this shit. The police arrested you. What the fuck? So
Wild stuff.
no,
What's been the craziest one thus far? You were going to tell me one before, but we held off.
yeah. What's
I think you said it's one you were working on right now.
Oh, don't talk about
Oh,
what
it
you're
was
working on right now.
the 300 one from last night. So this dude, one of the ones you wouldn't expect, because he came off as like a MS-13 member, right? Now y'all hear my voice. Do you think I can play a 14, 15-year-old boy with my voice?
No.
Nah.
Exactly. But when I was on the phone, hey, yeah, you want to do what to me? That's how I was talking, right?
You're like, all right, bet.
Right. Oh, let me stop now. So, but he's falling for it, but I'm listening to him like, damn, this dude sound gangster as fuck. And I'm looking at his picture, tatted all on his chest and shit. So I'm like, you know, bald head, fitting the whole persona of, you know, a gang member. So I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure I had a whole squad with me tonight, just in case. You know, so we pull up on him, but the stuff that he was saying, he wanted to teach the little boy how to douche. Right. And, you know, I played like I don't know nothing. I'm not supposed to know all of this stuff because I come off as a virgin and shit. I was like, douche? I said, what is that? He was all like, oh, you know, you got to clean out your ass, man. You know, so when we're having sex, you know, he's like, you know, you don't get no stuff that I was like, oh, wow. I said, I don't know how to do that. So he was all like, well, I could teach you. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Teach away then. And then he ended up showing up and he had all that on him. And at first he was trying to sit there and act like he had nothing to do with it. So my thing is sometimes some other people in public can look just like the chomo when you actually there to try to catch one, but you don't know if it's them yet. So him, I was all like, hey, bro, like, I just want to have a conversation with you. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So now I'm like, okay, let me just test this temperature. I said, look, I can have the police show up here, bro, and then you could talk to them about it. Oh, well, man, I wasn't really going to do nothing anyways. Gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha, bitch. So it's now it's like, okay, look, man, I know you didn't want to try to do nothing. That's why I want to talk to you. Like, let's just have an easy conversation, because that's my thing, an easy conversation.
And then they just fuck themselves.
They be like, yep, exactly. Because then when they try to lie, and I ask certain questions that catch them up in a lie, like last night.
Don't ask. Like, don't offer it. No, I don't want people finding out.
No, because it's many different questions. You know, I know psychology pretty good, so it depends on what this person is doing. So, like last night, he had a bag of snacks, right? So I said, is there any of those snacks in that bag for the little boy? Oh, no, man, I got all this for me. Knowing I got all the messages, right? And I'm the one that's been talking. So I'm like, you see what I'm saying? I said, you lying, bro. No, I'm not lying. That's all that I said. So that Coke and that Snickers that's in that bag is not for nobody else. No. I said, you see what I'm saying? So I said, bro, you're lying. I said, I told you I got all the messages. I said, I only asked you that little question just to see if you're going to lie about something so small. I said, well, if you're lying about snacks, how am I to believe that you're going to sit and tell me that you really came here to fuck a kid? You're not going to tell me the truth about that. You know, and he kept saying in the message, like, yeah, man, my life will be over. We got to keep this a secret. And I told him, if you telling yourself that your life will be over, listen to that shit. Don't do what the fuck you're getting ready to try to do. You know, like, and some people tell me, like, on some of my catches, they come off as a therapy session because, you know, like I said, I'm good with psychology and I pick their brains and shit sometimes. So it comes off sometimes to where it seems like I'm trying to help them. But in a way, I'm getting them to, you know, fuck themselves in a way. You know, and then when the police roll up and I give them like, okay, look, we just gonna say we talking about the Lakers.
They believe you?
Oh, yeah. Because I use that also because when like pedestrians or something walk by and I'll say like, man, how about those Lakers? And then so the person walked by and I said, you see, I'm not trying to embarrass you. That's why I need you to just be honest with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell everybody why I'm talking to you. But you see, I just talking about the Lakers, bro.
Well, let's be honest. Most people walking by ain't looking at that person. They're looking at the hair.
Yeah, and they definitely looking at the hair. And then a lot of people do know by the hair now. They'll drive by like last night. Somebody, I can't even say the word, but they was like, fucking foul. So, yeah, sometimes I can't even put the hair on.
Does the security ever have to stop?
Yeah.
The other direction?
Well,
like
not,
strangers?
Not as into where they want to try to attack the Chomo. Just more of the sense of keeping them back, not to try to come in and try to, shake my hand. Because it'd be a lot of people want to do that. Like, I just want to shake your hand, bro. I appreciate what you're doing. But it's in the middle while I'm actually fucking talking to the predator. I'm just like.
You should set up like a fundraiser for you to like be able to do more stuff.
I was thinking about that because some people
you have a really good cause, and I think it's important that if people want to support it, especially if law enforcement's not doing much, but at least like we support a good organization or group that's actually doing such great work like yours.
Yeah, I was thinking about trying to take like a LLC route or something, but I just don't have that kind of knowledge. I got knowledge in a whole bunch of other stuff, but as far as like how to fundraise,
well, we can help you set that up for you, just so you can set up a nonprofit.
Oh, man.
You can use that to
cover your expenses.
Yeah, cover your expenses and expand, because I think like why stop at 300? Just go for like 3,000, 5,000 or 10,000, get as many as you can, blast them and just make it so shameful for them to stop, because obviously they're not afraid of the law, but
Facts.
Your picture's on the internet forever and that's not going to ever go away. And you're always going to be labeled as, what you're doing. So I think that's going to be a pretty good deterrent, and also getting your message out there so a lot of parents can protect their kids.
Facts.
Because this is not, we joke around a lot to kind of like make light of the situation, but it is a pretty heavy duty topic to be discussing. And it's not something that, we ever want to catch someone doing something to our, kids and neighbors and anything like that. Because you're calm about it and we're joking about it, but I know me and him, we would not be as calm as you if something like that was happening to one of our kids, loved ones, or even like a neighbor or even a friend's kid. Because this is not some that like shit would get serious real quick. I don't know if we would be waiting for law enforcement, because this is not something that like, I don't see.
Like my hat goes off to you how calm you can
calm
stay through this, because
we're joking about it, because
this is
you can joke about it to make light of the situation, because it is a very, very
more awareness needs to be brought to the topic.
Yeah, facts. And that's my main thing, is pushing this out there for awareness, for the parents that understand, like, we think we know everything that our kids are doing, but sometimes we don't.
They go on autopilot. I think a lot of parents just go on autopilot thinking my kid knows better. And they don't know that they're still a kid. They're not as smart. They don't have the experience. They don't have the wherewithal.
And when we were kids, none of this shit existed.
No, it did. It did. There was
no
internet.
Meaning the technology side.
Well, it was worse. You know what I mean? It's worse when you're a kid. You don't have the technology to spread the awareness. Right now, you can reach millions of people and tell millions of people. But back then, a lot of people.
Unfortunately, he gets throttled though.
Huh?
He gets throttled.
Yeah, big time. Because I see other catcher videos, they can post it, and within like an hour, they can have like 10,000 views. Shit, it takes months for one of my videos to get to 10,000, if it even gets to that. And I just don't understand the reason why the internet just hates on me so much. And all I'm trying to do is put out a good message and make more parents aware.
Well, we have some ideas why. But I think after the show, definitely need some help setting up entities and setting up a fundraiser so people can donate and help your cause. And maybe if you can expand what you're doing in other states and get other people recruited and say, hey, this is our playbook, this is what we're doing, expand it in your, grow your brand so you're in the major metropolitan areas. Or do you think it's more major metropolitan areas that have this concentration, or do you think it's just everywhere based on what you're seeing? You see, you're desensitized to it now. It's so bad.
It's everywhere, man. Just based off seeing all these other teams out there. Because there's this one guy, Alex Rosen. From Texas, but he travels.
I saw over. He was on the Hodge Twins podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
And he keeps losing his page.
Yeah, exactly. He had just lost his other Instagram page, but that's because he posts a lot of other controversial stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he's young. He's just do stuff on the internet, but he does an amazing job in his catch business. You know what I'm saying? But
well, we just want to get the message out so that obviously, you know, if you like, you just how to teach your kids and what to watch out for as an adult, as a parent, to make sure that your kids are not susceptible to this. And then also teach your kids constantly, like, hey, there's these types of people out there that want to hurt you.
Yes.
You got to be very careful. You know, when you're younger, they offer you, you know, like free rides or free candy or whatever the case is. And then as you get older, they're offering you free games and free money and free things just to entice you. And I didn't know it was 14 to, or what was it, 13 to 15?
Like 12 to 15.
12 to 15 is that really susceptible age that you got to be like
because at that age, they're getting technology, iPad, phone.
But also they want things. They see other people that have things.
But then
and they
too,
want
like
things.
some of the prayers, they feel like, oh, that's like the age range where kids start trying to want to experiment sexually.
Gotcha.
And they like to try to be that one.
And they're more independent, I guess. Their parents aren't really, they can walk to school and walk back. And the parents kind of let their guards down. And I think that's an important message that you shared today.
Yeah, because I actually made up a school one time, and one of the chomos that I was chatting to, he actually drove by the school and was sending pictures. He was like, oh, I'm outside your school. And I'm just like, even though I don't go there, but it's like, wow.
There's other kids there.
Exactly. Yeah. And if this was a real kid he was talking to, he just showing up to the school, parent wouldn't have known nothing. And it's scary, bro. It's scary. You know, I'm just glad that I was able to, you know, instill a lot into my kids.
Dude, 300 people getting arrested or caught is saving at least 300 families.
Yes.
Minimum.
Or
I think it's 300 families. Not
I think
people.
it's more than 300 families.
Well, I'm just assuming like
one per.
Just one per. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. Yeah. This is people's lives for the rest of their life that you've like altered for the better versus like just getting, you know, psychologically just completely fucked.
Exactly. And that's what, like, sometimes when I wind down after certain catches, like I just start thinking about it. Like, damn, dude, I literally just saved a child from being harmed. You know, no telling what this child would have went through. And then I this is just something I do to myself. I just read the chat logs. And then I just start thinking, like, man, if this dude or whoever it is would talk to a real kid like this, that's the part that gets me, like, emotionally, because, you know, I really do care about this cause. And then just thinking about how some kids have already fell victim to this, you know, because I have a lot of former victims that reach out and say they like that I do this. They wish people like me was around, you know, when they were. Yeah, dude. And those the comments that hit you. You know, it makes you feel good about what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think it's important, again, set up the fundraising because there's a lot of people that are lazy. They want to support the cause, but they don't want to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so it's easier writing a check. You know what I mean? And have that opportunity to be available to the ones that just want to write a check and feel good that they're doing something where they can't do what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely set that up because I think it's an important thing that you're doing.
Yeah, man. Well, if you guys can show me the way, and I'm down to, you know, learn that because.
Yeah, we'll gladly help you on that. No problem.
Because I'm ready to get to 3,000.
Any other final tips, wisdom for people out there?
See, now he's talking about tips.
Yeah, now the tip.
Backside tip.
Keep in mind, he takes everything I say and twists it.
Grinder. I think you started with grinder. You're finishing with
a pepper grinder. Fuck off.
Y'all killed me, man. Oh, shit. Look, that's all the thing. I mean, but just
hide your kids, hide your wives. They're raping everybody.
Yeah, you know.
Wait, you can't say that word.
Max
got a
raging. See, I told you to fucking end it. Now you got me saying shit that's gonna get this banned.
I'm sleep. I mean, what I do got, the way I name my catches now, instead of catfish, we call it codfish. Because he got caught doing some dumb shit. You know, so
I like it.
That's what we call it now. You know, because I start, and then the way I produce my videos out there, I produce it in a comedic sense.
It helps,
even though you see everything gets done.
A terrible subject, but you gotta
make some light of it. And that's why I see like a lot of people actually like the way I put it out there. People watch my whole videos versus just like, oh, let me just get to the end and see the rest. I make sure people watch the whole thing so they can hear. The
message gets delivered with comedy so that it sticks.
Exactly. That's why I don't know why the universe won't just let me get pushed out there.
Well, hopefully it does after this.
Hope so.
Where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at big_bad_wolf 1983 or on YouTube, Big Bad Wolf 83. Also, Big Bad Wolf 83 chat on YouTube.
Appreciate you coming out today, brother.
Thank you, brother.
And
Thank you
thanks
for having me.
work, man.
Yes, sir.
Really
No
noble
problem.
cause.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Assets to protect those are those that you can move outside the United States.
All right, folks, man. So did you guys enjoy the fucking show? Did you guys enjoy the stupid? Oh man, I like the way that interview went, man. Yeah, CJ, you came literally at the end of it, man. You literally came at the end of it. But I do have to get off of here within the next couple minutes because I got to handle some business before I leave to Arizona to the heat. But man, thank y'all, man. Just getting an acupuncture done, man. I know your shit probably feeling somewhat good if they didn't fuck you up. But man, yeah, I will be watching that video again. I may watch it over again on my way to Arizona while I'm driving. Let me see if I put this up a little bit. Yeah. How y'all doing? You're welcome, tacos. But yeah. Thank you, Mano. Docstar. But yeah, anyways, man, I did enjoy it myself. I think I did put a lot of good information out there for a lot of new people to possibly come find me. If y'all could, excuse me, if y'all could though, this is what I was gonna tell y'all is to go to their page and you don't have to watch it over. I'm not gonna tell you to watch it over if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You could if you want to, of course. You know, but if you could go over there and just give it a like and a comment and let them know you came from the wolf. You know what I'm saying? Or that, you know, you obviously a fan or a subscriber of mine. You know, just putting it out there in the chat so, you know, people can see, you know, what we're about over here also. If y'all can, man. So that channel is, let me put it up for y'all so y'all can be able to find them. It's called but Truth Hurts Show. And you'll know you got the right one if it says 48.6 thousand subscribers. And I believe my video is the one that's on top. So Truth Hurts Show. If y'all could please go over there and give the video a like and an extra comment on letting them know, you know, you came from the wolf side. Or just letting them know you're part of the wolf squad, basically. You know, just say, hey, I'm part of the wolf squad. Or, you know, I'm here from the wolf channel. Did I get it? I don't know, Barbara. I don't have notifications on, but let me just check it. Let me check it. Yes, I did. I got it. Thank you very much. Much love to you also. Thank you. What was the channel? Yeah, did you get it, Dark Star? Yeah, Truth Hurts Show. Let me just go to the main page. All right, cool. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all put it in the Discord. Perfect. Thank y'all very much, man. So anyways, folks, man, I did enjoy this little bitty live. I did enjoy being able to watch it with y'all. C-Bone, it's all good, bro. You was getting your shit done. You know, hopefully you'll be able to go ahead and watch it back over there on their side and, you know, leave a comment and then like over there. Definitely appreciate it. But I shall be checking in with y'all here and there, man, while I'm out there in AZ. Yeah, that's about it. Oh shit! Excuse me. Like my granddad, he sneezed. Everybody down the block here is that. He was like, achoo! Shit! Like, damn. Oh man, yes, man. Appreciate that. But before I get out of here, folks, we're gonna end off on some funny videos.
Shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Come on, man. Well, Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius. Come on, man. I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Come on, man. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids, wealthy kids. Come on, man. I mean, come on. Take a look at the record. I know a lot of weed smokers. Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot.
This holiday season may feature more merriment with our devices than ever before as we stay connected with family, friends, and a blizzard of online shopping. But all that online activity can mean more chances
when you
of
tell
exposing your
them,
personal information.
let
In
me
fact,
get a number,
64% of adults admit
whoop-de-whoop.
to risking online privacy for convenience.
they always
Now, whether you're buying
respond
gifts or
back
getting
with
something special
just
for
the
yourself,
sandwich or the
you may not
combo.
know that your identity has been
And I
compromised,
think
that your info has been
if I
sold
just
on the
wanted
dark
the
web.
damn sandwich,
Spend the holidays
I
without
would have
identity
just
theft
said the
protection from
damn
monitors
sandwich.
for uses of your personal information.
Stay off the weed.
Putin is wrong. We are ready. Now is the hour. He thought he could roll into Ukraine and the world would roll over. That's why the NATO alliance was created, to secure peace and stability. We prepared extensively and carefully. We are united and we stayed united. Putin is now isolated from the world more than he's ever been. We're cutting off Russia's largest banks, preventing Russia's central bank from defending the Russian ruble. Tonight, I say to the Russian oligarchs and the corrupt leaders who built billions of dollars off this violent regime, no more. Go get him! And we will! Go get him! Putin's wrong. We are ready. Go get him! And we will! Go get him! Light will win over darkness. Putin may circle Kyiv with tanks, but he'll never gain the hearts and souls of the Iranian people. Folks, go get him! And we will! Go get him! And we'll be stronger!
Till next time.